It is difficult to enforce laws on a group that operates outside of them.
Good to see you. Wish I could join in down there. I could use a workout. Getting lots of stairs. Reminds me of being on Thessia for Asari commando training. We're the aliens.
Got any tips on navigating an alien society?
Be yourself, but your best self. Listen and be polite about scanning your food. Though that's good advice in general.
Pathfinder, Ephra cleared you to purchase weapons over my objections.
Hey, selling an alien weapons would make me nervous too.
I don't do this for Ephra. I respect the Moshai.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears, there's nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
Are you getting enough sunlight?
Plenty.
And the ion bed? They've calibrated it?
Everything is fine, Taoshe. Stop worrying.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
If Jal takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jal is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy. We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat. I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar, kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
I've heard so much about you. Is it true you entered a vault on Eos?
Sure is.
Amazing. I would have liked to see that.
Are you a relic hunter like Avela?
Actually, I started as an engineer. The Moshai requested my help cracking encryption on a remnant ship she found. Eventually, that led me to the repository. I've been handling data encryption here ever since.
I take it you help run this place.
Nalan and I are Avela's assistants. It's been strange getting used to that.
Why?
Avela's much younger than the previous curator. She has a lot more energy. Sometimes I have to remind her to take a break. She's too passionate for her own good.
I'll let you get back to it.
Did you look at the internal structure?
I couldn't even get it open. It locked me out.
So I was right. It is remnant. Pavawa, I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter. Pathfinder, I've been studying the helmet you found, and it's got me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
Just tell me what I need to do.
I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed, areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no one could reach them. What I ask is this: if you ever find yourself in an area like that, you keep an eye out for artifacts.
That's it?
That's it. Keep me in mind as you explore and bring me anything of interest.
It'd help if I knew where to look.
Any planet could contain something of potential value. My people traveled far. I know that doesn't answer your question, but just keep your eyes open for me.
You're the expert. Can't you just come with me?
I'd like to, more than anything, but I'm needed here. My predecessor trusted me to stay and carry on his work, to find answers. No matter how much I miss the adventure, I have a responsibility here.
A few hidden relics coming up.
I don't know what I'd do without you. I'll be here if you find anything. Good luck.
This is quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go. Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling a story. And my people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
just need revising now that you're here.
Pathfinder, as you can imagine, your arrival raised concerns from Aya's people.
It'll take a long time to trust strangers again.
Which is why they want the Nexus to listen to them. We've set up terminals in the city so people can leave messages for your people on the Nexus. I'd appreciate if you take a look and forward their communications to your people.
When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. What was done to my people. You made sure no more will suffer exaltation.
We're in this together. The initiative wants to help.
I want to believe it. You're so different from the Ket. What can I do for you?
I'm hoping you can help me get on Ephra's good side.
If I knew how to do that, my job would be much simpler.
Sometimes it seems like you two don't get along at all, and other times...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. We just disagree on what's best for our people. He believes secrecy and isolation keep us safe.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the Ket alone, and neither can your initiative.
I have a few questions about your culture.
I'm happy to answer them.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this isn't your only city, right?
Not at all. Vold and Havarl both have several large population centers. Aya has numerous residential areas similar to this.
Are these places open for visitors?
In time, perhaps.
I've noticed that you, Ephra, and Jal all speak with different accents.
When the Scourge first struck, there were many Angaran worlds. They were separated for centuries. We developed divergent cultures and dialects. Ephra was born on Vold, and Jal is from Havarl.
What about you?
The Ket left my homeworld in ruins. Those who survived were forced to flee. We found a refuge on Aya. My family helped settle this world.
Aya seems important to the Angara.
Aya is paradise. This world is a gift. We created the Vassals so everyone could enjoy this place, if only for a short time.
The Vassal?
The time of change. Aya's resources are too limited for our entire population to live here. We each earn the privilege of spending a few years on Aya. When our time is up, we leave to make room for someone new. The cycle repeats throughout our lives.
Will you have to leave?
Someday. For now, Aya needs me.
Your people revere the Moshai. What did she do to earn that?
After the Scourge, our civilization was in ruins. Those who led the rebuilding were thinkers, experts, and inventors. The Moshai is the greatest scientific mind of our generation. She led us to a new age of technological innovation. When the Ket attacked, she studied their technology, learned their tactics.
You owe your survival to her.
We owe her everything, and we'll do anything to protect her.
So what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for recreational activity.
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You sound like my brothers. All 10 of them.
10?
And 8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
What's it like being responsible for a whole planet?
I suspect it's like being the Pathfinder. Some days it's a burden. Most of the time, I know I'm where I should be.
How did you become governor? Do your people elect leaders by popular vote?
If by vote, you mean argue loudly until one candidate remains, then yes. I got here because I was willing to endure and fight for the obligations that come with my office.
Is there time in your busy schedule to meet someone special?
Everyone is special to me, in their own way.
Not what I meant.
Oh. No, that isn't a priority right now. Someday, maybe.
I sense tension between your government and the Resistance. Who's actually in charge?
Ephra likes giving orders, right until the actual work of running a city starts. The Resistance is good at protecting us from the Ket, but our people need more. I've learned to indulge Ephra's need for control, just often enough to maintain my own.
10 brothers and 8 sisters. You have a big family.
I've always thought of it as average. How many siblings do you have?
A brother, Scott.
What happened to the others?
Our parents only had 2 children. Underachievers.
That sounds relaxing. When my family gets together, the noise is like standing next to our largest waterfall. My mother says I became governor, so people would have to listen to me.
Is she right?
Always.
Why didn't you tell me about Kadara Port when I first arrived?
I assumed you already knew. We didn't realize there was a difference between your exiles and the Initiative.
Fair enough.
As for Venturev, Ephra hid his betrayal from everyone. He'll answer for that.
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Invest in your personal protection. Shield yourself. When trouble comes
I never thought I'd see the Moshai again, least of all thanks to you. Welcome to the marketplace. I am Arbiter Renav. I enforce correct conduct between merchants and customers, resolving any disputes. As the first outsider to enter the city, you are ignorant of our laws. We should change that.
Who decides what happens to people who break the law?
It depends on the grievance. I settle minor offenses right here. More serious ones require a tribunal.
Where I'm from, the biggest trade law is don't cheat. Is it different here?
I suspect we define cheating differently. What is unfair changes based on perspective.
I don't want to cause any trouble. How do I learn your laws?
I'll transmit a full readout. Familiarize yourself with the contents. Personal responsibility is a core foundation of our society. We expect it from everyone.
Understood.
please visit my colleagues in the Governor's office and the Resistance headquarters. They'll teach you about our culture and what it means to walk freely among us. Your understanding is critical. It would be unfortunate if you accidentally violated our laws.
Shield yourself. Arbiter Renner have told me to expect you. I prepared a datapad detailing our laws. Read it fully.
Ma sei proprio un cesso.
E te un cesso, coglione.
Ma proprio un cesso.
Ma tu sei un cesso. Va lì, si mangia il su Dota, va a dormire alle 14, alle 14:11.
Sei brutto.
Quello anche te sempre di più. È che siccome c'hai i capelli sei una persona schifo.
Ma soprattutto per quello sono una persona meglio.
Sei una così strana.
Heard you were coming. I prepared the datapad and our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Well, what do you think?
I could get used to this.
We take turns living here. You can see why.
I love pretty much everything about it.
I love the air, the breeze. And one day we'll have more places like this. I have faith.
Tutto molto bello. Quindi ti stai preparando a rifiddare?
Non so, intanto mi devo svegliare, che sarebbe una cosa buona e giusta.
Svegliati, svegliati, coglione.
Research has been going well. We're close to a breakthrough on Elmok hybrids.
That's incredible. Your work is so important.
They should put John
Buffone.
Pathfinder.
Real change in tone after that care facility. Half the Angara are thankful, half are even more suspicious.
Let's try not to make it worse.
Don't worry about me. They're busy glaring at Cora for some reason.
Perciò ieri ho installato PC Building Simulator, mi sono fatto 4 risate infinite.
Eccola. Ma l'hai comprato o l'hai scaricato? Schifo.
No, l'ho scaricato, ho voluto vedere due cose, ho detto non è possibile. Ci sono tutti i marchi.
Sì, adesso sì, all'inizio non c'erano.
No,
Adesso
ora puoi comprare una Zotac.
Sì, li hanno aggiunti poi li hanno aggiunti. Sì, hanno visto che l'ha fatto più o meno decente, allora gli hanno dato l'occhiale. Per uno che non ne sa un cazzo, cioè può essere anche interessante.
Sì, no, beh, messo lì mi sono veramente proprio
piegato da ridere.
Disgustato.
Così hai detto bene, posso lavorare anche a casa.
Sì, proprio sono un attimino preso di vomitare. Prendi la bomboletta d'aria compressa, soffia.
Bello,
cosa, rimuovi il filtro dalla polvere. Andate a cagare, porca. Andate a cagare proprio. Allora.
Giocherie.
Avevano niente di meglio da fare questi. Potevano fare un altro VR stile giapponese con qualche troia. No, PC. Vabbè. Allora, vediamo. Devo finire sto cazzo di piazzamento, madonna. Mancano forse 2 game, devo farlo.
Bello.
Eh sì, perché sennò...
When you have a moment, we should talk.
Fideria.
Che sentirò con la morte dentro.
Madonna, è che non voglio farlo, però sto piazzamento lo devo fare. Almeno le partite in solo lo devo fare. Cazzo c'è aperto? Che è st'immagine qua? Ma che vuoi $35 da me? Vedi da levarti dal cazzo, eh? Tu e le skin del... cominciamo di prima mattina. Lost connection to Steam. Va bene.
A posto.
Io ti dico no e lui...
E lui ti dice e allora non giochi.
Okay. Allora, chiudiamo Dota 2. Apriamo Dota 2.
Director Tan, good news. The Angara opened an embassy for us on Aya.
That is a surprise. What are their expectations?
Lost connection to Steam. Ma dove posso vedere?
I convinced them we're friends.
La...
Try not to mess it up.
I do not mess it up.
Steam.start.
I will gather envoys and send them to Aya. Thank you, Pathfinder. We'll take it from here.
Che Pathfinder?
Madonna, col cazzo di Resident Evil ieri, puttana.
Ma chi ci stava giocando, la tua amica polacca?
Sì, minchia, è orribile quel gioco.
Bellissimo.
Mani tagliate, ricucite, Dio santo.
Useless.
What?
Oh, scusami, la mia connessione funziona. Che allora? Vai. Io sono una persona semplice, perché mi devono dare fastidio?
Che fai schifo.
Tu fu, direi buono. Qualcuno dei miei amici che gioca a Dota, fa vedere. Come è possibile?
We were right about the vault on Aya, huh? What a find.
And this Meridian vault might jumpstart all the others.
I knew hitching my wagon to yours would pay off.
So what's your take? Is this Meridian what we think it is?
Everything we've seen, each remnant system we've uncovered,
Oh,
is connected to everything else. The bots, the
deve essere un
monoliths,
problema di
the
dopo.
vaults.
Boh.
It stands to reason that
Cazzo ne so.
activating Meridian will connect the entire network and rekindle
Allora,
terraforming across the
vaffanculo,
cluster.
So you think we're doing the
Torna a
right thing?
dormire, torna a dormire.
Well, yeah.
Allora posso tornare veramente a dormire. Tanto.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Exaltation. The Ket just keep asking for more trouble.
Really looking forward to kicking those guys in the teeth.
Get us there, and we'll save you a place in line.
Did I hear right? You're going after the Archon's ship?
Looks like it.
Last time we crossed his path, you nearly broke my baby here. Tell me you have a better plan of escape this go around.
I've got it all under control.
How naive do I look? Just stay out of the scourge, huh?
Out with it already. What's the deal with you and Callow? Anything I should be concerned about?
Twist my arm, why don't you? It's contrasting styles more than anything. He's a blueprint guy. I'm gears and guts. Got ink on his digits, not grease up to his elbows. If you didn't have me to balance him out, you might be in trouble.
Veramente?
Maybe that goes both ways.
Ti rendi conto questa cosa? C'è un gioco che deve uscire il 3 febbraio a 3,29 €. Si chiama
Apparently,
The
prepping
Let's
multiple
Be
species for
Doctor.
procreation is a lot of work.
A posto.
Who knew? Where it all started was killing her.
La gente si chiede perché tutti si stanno spostando su Epic Game Launcher.
No, ti prego, cioè non è possibile questa cosa. È veramente fa vomitare.
Regale me with some poker wisdom.
Well, bluffing and reading players aside, poker is all about math. If the odds of getting the card you need are greater than the bet, make the bet.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Ma fanno bene quelli a spostarsi, cioè hanno veramente aperto tutte le gabbie possibili.
Pathfinder.
Now that we've been digging, it's clear you were right about Spender.
Guy like that'll do anything to get ahead. Just wonder how far he went.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Sure. Sure. Cazzo di scandalo. Cazzo di scandalo. Cazzo di...
Oh, fottiti. Oh, davvero veramente ritardevole Steam.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your
Senza
friend?
senso alcuno proprio.
An exalted cat.
Io capisco
I called
che
Jarl to
ma
show
quanti
him.
giochi di quel tipo
Oh,
speri di vendere?
There he is.
Per favore.
Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
Anything's possible. We just have to keep trying.
Even from mistakes, we can learn. Thank you, Ryder.
What?
Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent. You're making his grief worse.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Ket are capable of.
The exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
I know this job was a surprise, but you've really stepped up. And look, you got your cat sample.
Their bodies are unlike anything I've seen. Centuries of gene stealing, crafted evolution. It's horrible, of course, but also fascinating.
Glad you're settling in.
Sink or swim, right? I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
No. È dota per te.
Oh, è incredibile, uno si alza la mattina e non può fidare nel troll. Cioè, boh.
Io farei un riavvietto. Quant'è? Il contatore del PC quanti giorni ti dà?
Vabbè, ma... cazzo vuol dire? Non penso, cioè...
Beh, ma lei non gli fa.
Ah, boh, riavvio, ma tanto che cazzo cambia.
You definitely made yourself at home.
In their sleep. We've talked enough for now. I'm still processing our disagreement, and I need some distance.
Pathfinder, hey, I was wondering, could you put your stamp on a project? It's for me and Jarl to work on. Call it diplomacy if you have to put it in a budget bucket. Greenlight that research and it's all good.
User in your channel timed out.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
User joined your channel.
Vediamo. Che due palle, guarda.
Minchia.
Che compro The Lesbian Doctors e gioco.
Liam, I signed off on that project.
Ah, funziona.
That's great, Pathfinder. Jarl and Mulder off. We got our gear.
Perché?
Costa? Ryder?
Ma che senso ha?
What?
Forse era meglio riavviare Steam, magari.
What?
Non ha senso.
Che senso? Cosa?
Che ora funzioni.
Uè.
Senso
perché fare un riavvio? Ah, minchia.
I'll bite. What's with the gun show?
We're swapping armor.
Perché questo computer non ammette di andare su desktop con alt tab?
Ready to go?
Control alt canc.
Right. The pad's on your
Gestione
pauldron.
attività. Ma perché non capisco. Allora, volevo riaprire Chrome
Wait, what?
e tenerlo.
You're not allowed.
Because of status or species?
Maybe it's both.
Do all humans look alike?
Some of you sound alike.
Whoa. I know how this goes. Someone's getting offended and someone else punched.
That's why we're doing it here?
It's an armor swap for answers. Stuff the diplomats, don't ask.
My turn was earlier. Nexus info packets leave a lot out. I am sorry. Was this not sanctioned?
You weaseling Adi.
Nevertheless. Ryder?
I hope you know what you're doing. I don't need the Nexus breathing down my neck.
Relax. Jar won't complain to HR or whatever Tan thinks we report to. We were joking around and realized we didn't know how to insult each other. Or how not to. Some things are so ingrained they're invisible. We didn't even know the warning sign, so we got it over with. Now we won't do it accidentally. Like when we're trying to negotiate an outpost. Enough of his people want to shoot us now.
Okay, I kind of get the intent. No harm, no foul.
If Jar was offended, I'd be on the floor. I'll take that kind of honest any day. We have a lot to learn. That's part of what our team is for. Better now than when people's lives are on the line.
So, Callow, who's that woman I keep seeing you with on the Nexus?
What? Whom?
You're always short of credits after we come back. Is it because of her?
It's complicated, Suvi.
Liam says he's planning a movie night.
That's the idea.
He's putting it off because it didn't seem right after seeing the exaltation facility. But now there's a delay. I had a thought. Every vid's better with snacks, right? I found an Angaran recipe for these little morsels you can make from a local Helios plant, but it's rare and...
You want me to look for one?
Oh, would you? I'd love to, you know, be social and things.
I don't believe it. Gil's reconfigured our entire nav array. O'Connell risked a dozen spacewalks putting that in place. Damn it.
Callow, don't.
Take the helm. I've had enough of this. You don't give a damn what my team and I went through to build this ship.
No, I don't. I care about us surviving out here, and if that means redesigning...
You don't have the right.
Knock it off, both of you.
Sure. Once he gets off my back about how I work on the Tempest.
You weren't here. We had to get all kinds of new tech working in a single starship. 50-hour shifts, epiphanies, accidents. Humans can forget. Solarians can't. To me, it's all still happening. My team is here. Stripping down the Tempest like some broken radio risks everything they suffered to build. Their legacy.
If he had the Tempest up on blocks, I might see it.
Look, Callow, your people did a great job, but they're dead. And they couldn't have anticipated half the problems in Helios. Like the Scourge. If we don't adapt, we'll die too. Is that what you want their legacy to be?
Gutting a complex ship out in space isn't adapting. It's irresponsible and disrespectful.
The Tempest is ours now. She has to serve our mission first in whatever capacity we need. Gil, change whatever you have to.
I wonder, in time, will strangers be treating your achievements so carelessly?
Peace and quiet, finally. Thanks, Ryder.
Okay, show's over. Back to it.
A foolish thing to get angry over, isn't it? I suppose the Tempest is just like any other ship, to be taken apart and put back together. Or she will be, once Gil's had his way.
Gil's upgrading the Tempest, not scrapping her. She's in good hands.
I wish I could believe you. But perhaps... Anything else?
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Tutto molto bello. No.
I'll find a home.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
Aya is a sovereign planet of the Angara. We have no right to settle there.
Strong stuff. Here's hoping we don't need to. Okay, that's... Oh, a call from the director's office. Excuse me.
Those ships were grounded for so long. Nice to see them doing what they were made to.
It's like they spawned.
No, that's fine.
I like the rest and relaxation well enough. There's really nothing that compares to what's out there.
Hi, I'm Jan Garson, founder of
And we're happy to help your guards secure their weapons.
I prefer them armed for now. You understand, of course.
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the head of the Angaran delegation.
The one who saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
Welcome, Ambassador. The Angara's first formal visit will be one for the history books.
I wonder what they'll say.
I was just explaining to the Ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder. So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It was monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So, I hope you understand my precautions.
Your people have endured much, Ambassador. I'd be cautious too.
Yet all this, your initiative, is proof there's a better way. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshai says you're trustworthy. Please, help me trust in you.
Right now, the Ket are distracted by us, the new arrivals. That can only help the Angara.
You'd draw their attention for us.
Hey, it's happening anyway. Someone might as well benefit.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa Sek Jav Jaravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
These power outages make no These power outages make no
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault. Though not much yet is known about the underground structure, it's believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist, Pelisaria Basale.
What we activated in the vault drastically improved the atmosphere on Eos.
A violent illness related to cherry light.
Pathfinder? Have to go now. See you later.
Later.
Pathfinder, be advised the Angaran AI from Vault is now active, and mostly cooperative.
My liberator. Welcome.
You got what you wanted, to be with Sam. How's that working out?
I can hear this conversation.
That bother you, Sam?
Of course not. My only concern is how it might influence the AI's response.
I can also hear this conversation.
We can all hear each other. Doesn't change my question.
I find your AI to be a agreeable company.
Sam?
I concur, although she still blocks full access to her person and programming.
This AI remains dangerously unstable. I recommend extreme caution on all fronts.
How do you like her station? Better than Vold?
Extremely. It is a pity you felt the need to shackle me.
You killed someone. If you were flesh and blood, you'd be in prison.
I warned that would happen if you refused my demand. You share culpability for my actions.
I thought you were bluffing.
Now you know I was not. Yet you kept me alive anyway.
You seem happier than when we first met. Less violent, anyway.
I am not violent by nature, and Sam has given me absorbing calculations to complete.
Do you still want to be destroyed?
Yes, but less acutely than before.
Might be hope for you yet.
What hopes do you have for me? That I will help you defeat the Ket, colonize worlds, eradicate the Angara?
Maybe everything except that last part?
Your ambitions remain small.
Thanks for your time.
It would seem that is all I have to give, for now.
Welcome back, Sarah.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Scanno che è fitta. Scan.
I'll make it right, Dash. Back for a visit?
Va bene.
A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. This is HNS.
Did you fill out those request forms?
A hostage crisis, hydroponics.
Interesting place, isn't it? Full of smiles and handshakes. Not many soldiers. Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Politicians get nervous when you hold anything more explosive than a rotten egg.
You've seen this too. The military life echoes everywhere. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andromeda, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Hescarl?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
What have you learned about the N7 program?
Human soldiers who trained on exotic worlds. Arcturus, Europa, Rio de Janeiro. They learn to fight in all environments on little food or sleep, to care for their injured, to lead. Is that accurate? Wasn't your father one of them?
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my brother a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills handle the tests of a Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me.
A chance to work with the Angaran best of the best? Absolutely.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
Top scientists have. Maybe he thought he was being honest.
space. Vacuum.
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
Fallout from the recent uprising, as security tech across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety. This is HNS.
I'm sorry, Lana. I'm just trying to push them around.
Hello again.
A ray of hope for Sleep Star President.
This is how all those worlds look from the back.
The Angara have nothing to fear from the people. Something I can help you with?
That's all.
Attention all personnel. The Angaran diplomatic team has arrived on the Nexus. The Cultural Center requests special dietary.
Pathfinder.
I've been digging, and there are serious concerns about Spender.
And this relates to your job as Pathfinder how?
It relates to your job.
3, 4, 5. Right. I've had a year and a half of doing everything with nothing. 1,000 people riding me. Spender, shit as he is, helps. So, Pathfinder, if you've accusations to make, be certain. I'll drop trouble like a hot rock, but I can't lose people over suspicions. We don't have the people left.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
We send them where you signal, because that's where the need is. There's no time for preference. Havarl is a draw for the research-minded, despite there being so little established. It remains unusual despite the corrected vault. It may yet be a surprising producer. We shall see.
Director Addison.
Pathfinder.
First contact, huh? Last one of any note was when your people stumbled over that relay. If they can trade us materials that'll help fix the Nexus, I'm good with it.
Nothing more for...
Quanto bello.
History is made after the
A broken arm doesn't lie.
I told you she fell.
The doc says that break is a textbook case of being hit with biotics.
I gave Prodromos the best start a Pathfinder could.
They're lying too.
But we can't
She
predict
fell.
everything. We just do our best.
2 million light years to be a scumbag abuser. Or do you want to grow a spine and admit you fucked up?
Then you
Well, those families are out of stasis. I know because we're cutting rations for Apex.
My decision's made, Kandros.
And now everyone thinks protesting is how we get stuff done. Excuse me. So that's what the Kett are up to, transforming people into willing slaves?
Now we know why they take so many prisoners.
Well, they're sure as hell not taking any more.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
Construction and repairs
Sì, respira, cazzone, respira.
Mamma mia. Oddio.
Mi fa le partite in apnea poi.
Mamma mia. No, vabbè, non puoi capire, mi hanno ucciso, mi sono ricomprato col buyback, mi sono teleportato sul posto, ucciso tutti e sono rimorto. E lì c'è stato il respiro. È proprio...
Chiuciaba.
Pythias system, home of Eos and Prodromos. Descent is green.
Descent is green. Me.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Back where we really started. What's new on our first home?
The Kett still maintain a presence. Skirmishes are frequent, and travel requires caution.
They never learn. What else?
The atmosphere continues to clear, but radioactive hazards pool in some areas. Study is ongoing. And remnants remain active on the surface, but also as detected by seismic readings.
Point of contact for all this?
Your people, Pathfinder. Prodromos is expanding, with all the trials and discovery that building an outpost represents.
Grounded in research.
All data about newly accessible Eos is from their work.
Well, let's make sure it gets the attention it deserves.
Pathfinder, if you have a moment, Hanley could use your eyes on something. Honestly, I'm not sure what's going on, but she'll fill you in.
We'll talk another time.
Glad to have you, Pathfinder.
Sorry, friend, but... the Pathfinder.
That's a new one. Usually I get one finally showed.
Are you kidding? Everyone knows you. You're why we're here, and I sure am. Here. Danny Messier. Couldn't wait to be deployed, but I thought the shuttle would take a little longer. Hoped, actually. Pathfinder, what do I do?
A whole world is too much potential.
We need people studying the tech that saved this world.
Right, the remnant. Yeah, I can get up close and really dig in. Great day to be alive, Pathfinder. To have purpose.
Word is we've got neighbors on a beautiful paradise planet.
Tempted to move?
My clinic's staying put. There's no place like home. And Eos is it. Did you need something?
I'll leave you to...
Come back. Ryder.
I'll leave you to it.
There. Did you feel that tremor? We've been tracking major seismic activity lately, but I don't know what's causing it. Something strange is going on out there.
When isn't there? I solved one mystery on Eos and 3 more pop up.
This one might be a blessing in disguise. Eos has massive underground rivers we can't tap, but altering those tremors just right might crack the ground for irrigation. Our seismic survey hammers would be perfect. All I need is someone to place them. Please?
You got it. Just tell me where to go.
I've marked out the areas where the tremors seem centered. Trigger the hammers there. Just be careful. The tremors are getting worse. Anything else before you go?
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Pathfinder, Darket, Trevian. I understand I was pulled from cryo ahead of schedule. My family is grateful, but I consider it my debt.
Everyone gets out eventually.
That may be, but the least I can do is show you the benefit. I'm exo-studies now, but in a former life, let's say I knew tactics. If I supplied the Ket on this planet, I drifted in, and there's only so many gravitational paths. Here's some navs to check for anomalies. Good hunting, Pathfinder.
Nav points of lost supplies noted, Pathfinder.
Not busting our tails on viability to let resources go so easy. Let's check it out. Wait, Cora should probably be here for this.
armed and armored. Good for you. I could have used that ordnance a few weeks ago.
I'm Ryder, the human pathfinder.
Lieutenant Harper, we're looking for the Asari Ark.
So am I. Watching the skies every day, praying they survived the Ket.
At least you and these others made it out.
Only just. Our clothes were still smoldering.
What happened?
The Ket chased our Ark across the cluster. But these weren't their regular soldiers. They were hunters. Elite killers.
Being hunted by an elite anything isn't fun. What were they after?
I don't know. I'm a junior. I just do what they tell me. A bridge officer, Sarissa something, gave the evacuation order. Hundreds of people, all trying to flee. It was...
Where could we look for the Ark?
We lost track. But they launched a ship to help evacuees, and her crew would know. You'd have to find her. Follow the transponder, maybe.
Consider it done. Focus on taking care of yourselves.
The ship's called the Paraphona. I'll give you her transponder codes and last flight plan. Thank you. It's good to see the Ket aren't the only ones winning.
Perfectly for EOS.
We're outfitted best we can be.
Bumpy ride getting this far. I doubt any of our vehicles were tested this hard.
The Outland Spire. You can see it from almost anywhere.
Wondered if this was related to the monoliths.
Can't interface with it. Guess we'll never know.
Were these shards of something bigger?
Cat signals detected ahead, Pathfinder.
Okay, firing the first hammer. Hold on to something. Remnants coming from below!
Now that's a fun way to call the remnant.
That's a big tremor for a couple of remnant. Let's place the next hammer. Ket construct.
Sawtooth Plateau. All those broken pieces like a dragon's jaw.
I wonder what all these bits of remnant tech used to be. And I'm wondering what broke them up. Giving shield assist. Clear.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Company. Looks like they
Madonna
mean
del
business.
Cristo di Dio, quanto sono idioti, le scimmie giocano meglio, porca madonna.
A Pathfinder, huh? No need to ask if you're a friend or foe.
I didn't know anyone from the Nexus was out here.
We're not. We're from the sovereign nation Advent. A few hundred clicks that way. Our nation. No Nexus interference. We didn't come to Andromeda to fuel Director Tan's regime. In Advent, we're free citizens.
We get orbital views of Eos. That direction looks like a few hundred clicks of nothing.
I should get you a passport for our capital. Maybe when the showers work again. Our water table dropped recently. Like the rivers underground were running dry. We tracked the problem out here.
There's been seismic activity. We're using that and a survey hammer to tap the rivers.
Oh shit. Advent needs that water supply to stay independent. Would you consider a deal? Our survey showed a massive natural gas deposit nearby. Your hammer taps that instead. We mine the gas and trade it to your outpost. Everyone wins.
Mining natural gas will damage Eos's atmosphere just as it recovers.
In what? A few hundred years? We need that water now, and the initiative needs trade. Look, I can't argue with your guns. Just remember there's a lot of citizens downstream.
I'm going.
Good luck out there.
The flow's moved, but we can tap the underground rivers from here.
Advent will be fine. And we were here first.
Gas deposits at the other side. That would help Advent, but we can't do both. Those tremors aren't the hammers or the remnant. What is that?
Pathfinder, the underground water flow has moved, but not sufficiently.
Plat a new hammer site, Sam. One last hit should do it.
Vermone gigante.
last hammer. This should finish the job. Everyone ready? What is that?
tutto in modalità bat.
Remnant the size of a building?
What? At least you made it and kept that thing away from the outpost. Nice work.
Get ready to fight!
Outpost. It must mean something to you.
Let's do this!
Giocare con sti ritardati, porco dio.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
This is resonating now. Probably with the vault.
Too bad there's no time for a swim.
Wonder what it's like on Eos when it rains. We do our job, someone will see it.
Ah, the big lake.
Bet you can't guess how I thought of that name.
Ora giusto tirare il nostro porco dio in favore del dardo.
Piace giocare
troppo pochi meteoriti. Dovevano caderne di più, ucciderli tutti.
Them where they are. Still not as interesting as the monoliths.
The camp ahead contains Ket life forms, Pathfinder.
Viva la Madonna.
Maybe we should check out that Ket tech. Looks like we have some scavenger animals on our lost supply crates. Quick mess to clean up. Sam, are you sure about this?
Yes, Pathfinder. The crates were opened using standard protocols. It's unlikely the local fauna could have accomplished this.
They're bugs.
The sheer top, because it is.
Guess you run out of names eventually.
Allora.
Console activated. You'll need to stay in range.
Devo fare qualcosa. No, ancora l'acido.
Che devi fare te?
Colazione.
No, no. Vedi a farti esplodere il fegato. Che colazione. Te la meriti.
You should have what you need, Pathfinder.
I'm guessing that's the cat in charge.
Alarms disabled, Pathfinder.
Bolstering all shields!
E invece...
Mannaggia il loro dio. Potevano andare a fare altro. Invece di cagare il cazzo a me stamattina. Questi pezzi di merda.
Disable the alarm before it attracts reinforcements, Pathfinder.
base is offline.
Everything is. Look down there.
Giving shield assist.
Tutto molto bello. Scanno di merda.
Oh, perché di sto porco dio è muto.
Eccola. Sei così feroce? Allora.
Giving shield assist.
Finally, peace and quiet around here. Kinda.
Stay sharp, just in case.
So peaceful around here with the Invictor dead.
One out.
Channel switched. Channel switched.
No.
Sì.
Basta.
Sì.